Hello, social studies students. You should have already taken the Chapter 6 vocabulary quiz. I want to explain a little bit about the visual vocab assignment. You have done a visual vocab assignment once already this year. You did one with Chapter 5, but I'm going to show you a little bit about how to get to it and what kind of pictures you are looking for to demonstrate your knowledge of the vocabulary words. So if you go into Schoology and you go into the Chapter 6 folder, you will see a green folder that says Assignments, and in Assignments it is Chapter 6 Visual Vocab. You will also see it over here on the right hand side. So once you click into Chapter 6 Visual Vocab, you will see the instructions about creating a Google Slides presentation. You have to have a title slide, and so with 9 vocabulary words, that means 10 total slides. Let me count this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Each slide for the vocabulary words has to have the word, okay, so the term. It has to have a picture that is historically accurate, and I'll talk about that in just a second. It has to have the definition from the textbook. Do not Google the definition and then cut and paste that into the slide, because it is not actually what the definition from the book is. And it could mean 2 different things. If you just Google reservation, you're going to find something like a restaurant reservation or a hotel reservation, whereas we are specifically talking about land set aside for the Dakota or the Ojibwe. I have given you one definition, and that's manifest destiny. So you can cut and paste that one, okay? Now, when you are looking for pictures for these words, I'm going to show you just a few examples. Let's say you are looking for the word westward expansion, okay? So if you search westward expansion, you will see, sorry, my typing isn't great right now, and you click images, okay, you're going to see a bunch of pictures that look like this. If you see one that has an angel kind of spirit on that one, that actually is your picture for manifest destiny. Remember that manifest destiny is an idea that the United States should own all of the land from the East Coast to the West Coast. Westward expansion is the actual action of moving westward. So, for example, this right here would be a good example for westward expansion, okay? So this, even though it says westward expansion, would be a good example for manifest destiny because it is the idea, okay? One of your next words that you are looking for is the word treaty. You should be able to find a pretty good word for treaty. Ratify, if you search for ratify, you're going to come up with images that look like this, okay? Now, the ratification of a treaty is the approval of a treaty. So when you're looking at one of these 4 pictures, only one of them has a treaty or an amendment on it, okay? So this one has an amendment. An amendment has to be ratified. So this one would work as one. This one would actually work as one. This one, voting for a law, would work because treaties became law. So those are all examples of something that could work for ratify. When you're looking at the next word is territory. Please search Minnesota territory. So if you go Minnesota territory, then you will see images that look like this. This is Minnesota territory. That's what the whole territory looked like before 1849 or before 1849. Okay, between 1849 and 1858, this was Minnesota territory right there. You'll notice it has part of the Dakotas in it as well. Okay, so that's Minnesota territory. The next word that you have is annuity. Okay, if you search annuity, the annuity came once a year to the Dakota. So you can add the word Dakota in there as well. When you go to images, again, you could do this one for the Treaty of Traverse des Sioux because that had annuities as one of the things in the treaty. You could do, these are kind of hard. Annuity is a hard one to picture. One of the things with annuity is that it could be in gold coins, gold bars. Let's see if I could take out Dakota and I just search annuity gold. Okay, you could do this one if you wanted to. You could do this one if you wanted to. I'm not going to be super picky with that one as long as you know that annuity is gold or money. Okay. You could, the word debt, if you search debt, that's going to be a hard one. You're not going to find a perfect one. So pretty much anything you search for debt will be fine. Reservation. When you are searching reservation, you want to search Minnesota reservations. So these are all great pictures that show the reservations in Minnesota. The next word that you have is debt. I already addressed debt. Assimilation. I've shown you this picture already. This one is one you saw in the Pear Deck, but I also showed it to you the first time you did vocabulary. Assimilation, adopting the habits and values of a larger culture. There's one. I also showed you this one as well. So those are both great pictures for assimilation. And then your last word is manifest destiny. And manifest destiny is one of these that has that spirit angel-y looking figure. Okay? You can do this assignment with a partner. That is fine. You cannot do it with a group of 3. You can do it alone. If you do it with a partner, one person can start the presentation and then share it to the partner and you can work on it together. You cannot divide and conquer that assignment. You can't say, I'll do the first 4, you do the next 4, and then we'll do the last one together. You work on each slide together. When you submit that, I'll be able to see kind of the progress of your work and who did what as well. Each person needs to submit the slideshow. So even though you're doing one slideshow together, each person needs to submit it. Now this is not due until Monday. So you'll have class time to work on it today. You might have a little bit of class time to work on it tomorrow. But this is something that you guys could also do during study hall on the next day. But you won't get a whole lot of class time to work after today. So stay focused as you're working through today. And I know we have a lot of absences, but this would be something that, that you can work on just in school. You don't need to take it home and work on it as well. Okay? All right. Hope you have a great day.